Of course, it's nice that instead of being at Sandton Convention Centre, the President was speaking to the people in Soweto.
Absolutely, Nompu. Yes, we are in Soweto at the UJ campus. This is obviously the last leg of the second annual investment conference. And today's focus really is on entrepreneurship and small businesses and how innovation can be fostered, how small businesses can be scaled up, from one level to another. It is very interesting that they decided, to use UJ, I suppose mainly because of space and because, of accessibility. So the delegates that were at the Sandton Convention Center yesterday, they took a shuttle this morning and they had arrived here at around 8 a.m. to come and listen to the President, of course, the speech that we just played a short while ago. And as opposed to normally having, a catering company that caters for delegates, they decided that they'll give a number of food truck owners, entrepreneurs who are based here in Soweto to come and cater for the delegates. And we are being treated to very nice food, Nompu, I'll tell you. And I've asked three of the 6 entrepreneurs who have food trucks around here stationed to come and chat to us to hear about their entrepreneurial journey and what it means for them to know that there is this big investment conference. Do they feel involved in it? Do they have hope? And how do they feel? I have with me Ayanda Guma. She's the owner of Yo Coco. I think they do ice cream. I'm asking my camera colleague Gwazi to show you some of the things that they are serving here. And in this heat, I'll tell you what, we really need something like this. Ayanda, thank you very much for your time. Tell me about your business.
Firstly, it's not my business. The founder is Nhlanhla Ndlela. Unfortunately, she's not here. I'm just the manager. Yes, I stand in for her. So Yo Coco started in 2016, and it's basically about dairy-free ice cream. So it's vegan-friendly. It caters for lactose intolerant people, and it's it's just more about fun and everyone being able to have the ice cream. It's loosely based on our 7 chakras, and it also has healing properties. So we have today the flavors we have granadilla chocolate, we have mixed berries, chocolate, coffee, vanilla, and stracciatella, which is vanilla with chocolate bits.
Did I hear you talk about healing properties? Tell me more.
So we know that our chakras, the 7 chakras basically, and our ice cream incorporates that in it, the colors of it. It all has to do with your chakras, your eye chakra, your chakra here below your thingy. So it's all about that, yes, below your navel. So all the flavors we have, they just influenced mostly by that, as well as the season.
You talk about you being the manager, so that means that you have been employed here. This must be quite a thing for you to have someone who has a small business employing you and you coming up with really different ways of serving ice cream.
That is true, and I've been employed here for 2 years. Yo Coco just turned 3 this month, and it's been a great journey. As much as there's so many difficulties financially, getting investors, funding, and just being able to stand, as a small company. And so we're grateful to be here and just be a part of the conference and everything that's happening with it.
Ayanda, thank you so much for your time. Nompu, that was Ayanda Guma. She says she's the manager here at Yo Coco, standing in for the owner. But I'm going to take you to Rulani Shibambo. He is the Kota King. You know that when you are in Soweto, you are in the home of Kotas, the hub of Kotas, and the delegates. The line here was so long. People just wanted to have his Kota. Rulani, thank you so much for your time. So you are the Kota King.
Yes.
People will say that the Kota business is dying because people are looking for healthier ways of doing Kotas. But tell me about yours. It looks humongous.
Thanks so much. It's a private school Kota.
I can see that.
So we try to balance it with some greens, So as you can see here, there's some bit of lettuce, gherkins, and all that. So we're using proper stuff. It's good food, yeah. So it's not that junky and all that, no.
How is the business landscape? How are you finding the Kota industry, if I may call it that? How's the business landscape? How are you finding it? And what do you make of this investment conference?
Yes. Okay, first and foremost, thanks for the opportunity for coming here. So the business, it's good. The Kota industry, it's worth of 10 billion rands. It's a 10 billion rands worth of industry, but then the economy is bad. things are not good at all. We're no longer making much money like we used to before. You know, our turnovers dropped 50%. We're still trying to check what's the problem, but our quality is still good. Service is still on point, but people don't have enough buying power, you know, and it kills our businesses. And also, as a business now, our staff, we're taking care of, I've employed 9 people permanently at the moment. At times I battle to pay all of them when it comes to month end, you know. So it's still difficult. We're still trying to fight each and every day. There's no investment into this business. I've built it bootstrap. So from my previous job where I used to earn small money, about 3,000 rands, I did that investment. So I depend on selling 1 quarter in order to produce 2, selling 2 in order to produce 4. So I'm multiplying my money just like that. But I'm calling out for support and help out there to say, if anyone has money they're willing to invest, or the government would like to take a part on this, because we are trying to create jobs. Like 9 people, it's not a child's play, you know. And I'm opening up another store in Polokwane. I'm adding about 6 more permanent staff, you know, and I have about 10 people working as casuals here in this company.
And how much does this your kota retail for? This fancy one?
Yeah, the fancy one. They range from 25 rands up until 70 rands. So yeah, but this one I'm having here with me, it's only 60 rands. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rilani. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Nompu, if you do send me through my account a 60 or 70 rand, I'll bring you that fancy kota. I'm going to move over now to another entrepreneur. This is a food hub, of course, as I said, because all the delegates are coming here to get their food. And we are looking at Why Cook. And I know that Aki is said she would be willing to speak to us to share her journey with us. Hi, Aki. So sorry to disturb you. I can see that you're busy with your with your customers. Aki, please tell me about Why Cook. You know, what does it mean for you to be part of this investment conference and to know that you are showcasing your skills and your business off to potential investors?
It's a very great opportunity. We are very grateful for it. I think it's going to be a very great one for us, because now people will get to see what we do as an entrepreneur. They will understand where we come from, how did we get here, the food that we serve. You know, I mean, there's quite a lot of important people around here. So if those people know us and they know our brand, then it means it's good opportunities for us, and it's also good business for us.
Let's see what you do.
So we have, it's like a shawarma. We call it a pita bread. So there's lamb broil and lettuce inside, and also we have like it's chips with cheese sauce and jalapeno on it. And then for other people, we also have chicken instead of the lamb broil. So it's also a shawarma as well. And we also do have a corn with all these spices. Yeah. Okay.
So, have you met some interesting people of the delegates that are here? And
we saw the president, and we are with a lot of ministers, because I've also worked in the VIP as well. We're not only serving here, we're also serving in the VIP as well. So all the delegates, all the important people we've seen there, the speakers. Of course, we cannot be in touch with them, but being with them in the same room means they are recognizing Why Cook.
And what next for Why Cook? Where next? 2020 is around the corner.
Yes, 2020 it's a little bit of a secret, but we are currently working on opening a cooking studio. So what will happen with the cooking studio is that we'll teach people how to cook. It will be a social event. We'll have people at our studio. We have a studio there in Bryanston. That's the next thing for 2020.
Okay, thank you so much for making time to speak to us, Nompu. Well, I've given you a taste of 3 flavors and 3 entrepreneurs, you know, who say, I was really touched by Rulani's story, I must be honest, you know, when he talks about how the landscape is so difficult for him, especially, you know, with the buying power having reduced, and he's got 9 people that he's employed, and I'm hoping that someone out there could hear him and want to invest in his business, or even at his business, or even Ayanda's business, or any other entrepreneurial business. As you know, that we are hoping that through entrepreneurial spirit and through the SME sector, that at least more than 90% of jobs that South Africa needs could come from this sector. And it all depends on me and you spending our money supporting small businesses, and really putting out there the stories of great entrepreneurs, those who have a much more resilient spirit than some of us do. And with that, I'm handing over back to the studio.
Thanks, Tiaba. Do make sure that you bring me a quota when you come back. We're going to go for a quick break.